Look at the map. A thin red line snakes across the page. It begins on the edge of Europe, in a small town in Portugal facing the vast Atlantic. The route pushes east across Iberia. It slices through Spain, climbs over the Pyrenees into France. It crosses the heart of the continent. It doesn't stop. It moves into the Great Plains of Asia, a relentless thread of steel. It keeps going, crossing mountains, rivers, deserts, jungles. Finally, the line comes to rest in Singapore, an island city shimmering in the tropical heat. This is a single, continuous rail path, a journey that stitches together 13 countries and unwinds across 8 time zones. It is the longest train trip in the world, and it is a journey no one has ever completed from start to finish. The idea seems so simple. Rails are meant to connect. A continuous track should, in theory, allow a single journey. The journey begins in Lagos, a sun-drenched town on Portugal's Algarve coast. The first train pulls away with the scent of salt air still fresh. It clatters north, then east, crossing the arid plains of Spain, Madrid, Barcelona. The train pushes into France, its horn echoing through Provence. Paris is a major junction. Paris, Berlin, Warsaw. From there, the path cuts across Germany into Poland. Warsaw marks the entry into a different Europe. The train continues, a small metal capsule on an immense canvas, the lowlands of Belarus or the vast fields of Ukraine. Once across into Russia, the scale changes. The distances become immense. The train becomes a rolling microcosm of society. Shared tea and long conversations. The route could follow the legendary Trans-Siberian for a portion, a name that evokes EpicJourney. Then it branches south into the wide steppes of Kazakhstan, a minimalist masterpiece of sky and grass rolling for days. Eventually, China appears. Another world. Culture, language, food, rhythm. From the west through China's heart, past ancient cities and futuristic metropolises. Modern, efficient, fast, arriving in Kunming, the crucial junction where the new link begins. Here, one boards the Laos-China Railway. It glides south, taming mountains into Laos, then on through Thailand and Malaysia, to a causeway, and finally, Singapore. 13 countries, 8 time zones, one unbroken line on a map. The first and most formidable obstacle is the border. This journey crosses 13 of them. To pass, you need the right papers, visas, often applied for in advance. Europe can feel seamless, but Belarus, Russia, China demand applications, photos, invitations, proof of funds. Each has a fee and a timeline. The process can take months. Get the order wrong and a single mistake creates a domino effect. Then there is the human element. A border guard is not a machine. Where are you going? How long will you stay? Purpose of visit? An answer they don't like, or a missing page, can halt everything. The train moves on. You do not. Politics are the invisible ink on every map. Relations change overnight. Borders close for disputes, health crises, security threats. Some crossings are tense. The traveler becomes a pawn in a larger game. A route viable at planning can be impossible by departure. The rails are permanent. Permission is fragile. The line exists, but the trip remains a phantom, waiting for its first character. Still, some will try. The journey is a test of will. It is not a single train. It is a chain, a relay against time and logistics. Not all train tracks are the same. The distance between rails is the gauge. Across this vast route, the gauge changes. Portugal and Spain, Iberian, into France, standard. Standard spans Western and Central Europe, and China, and Southeast Asia. At the French-Spanish border, you must change trains. The dramatic shift comes at the edge of the former Soviet system. Broad gauge, even wider than Iberian. At stations like Brest, whole carriages are lifted, bogies unbolted and rolled away. New bogies slide in, attached, a slow marvel of machinery. It can take hours, often in the dead of night. It adds time, complexity, and points of potential failure. You are not booking one journey, you're stitching many that happen to share a carriage. The Laos-China Standard Gauge simplifies Southeast Asia, but it doesn't fix Europe where the Russian border breaks. The single-train dream remains a dream. The traveler must be a chameleon. New trains, new schedules, new wheels beneath their feet. The dream is often shattered by a simple piece of paper, the ticket. There is no single site from Portugal to Singapore. It's a patchwork of national and private systems, each with its own rules and language. You become a detective, hunting tickets for each leg. Portuguese tickets online, Spain's Renfe elsewhere, France's SNCF another, each asking your details again and again. Some won't take foreign cards. Some aren't in your language. Others require in-person purchase and can sell out. Build a chain that works, but a 2-hour delay can cost a once-daily sleeper and cascade into chaos. Your visa might be valid only from a specific date. Arrive late and be denied. One small delay can bring it down. High speed often needs advance reservations. Locals you hop on. Sleepers come in classes. Comfort shifts cost. You're your own travel agent, juggling dozens of variables. It's a lot. Beyond tickets lie personal costs, time, at least 3 weeks if perfect, a month or more in reality. Most can't spare it. It asks you to step off the grid. Financially, costs add fast. 13 countries, sleepers, visa fees, food, local transport, hotels, contingency. The total can reach many thousands, far more than a flight. Then the toll, motion, jet lag without jets, sleep disruption, health access, safety, solitude. The price is paid in money, time, energy, and mental fortitude. A railway is not just steel and electricity, it is powered by people. He's worked here 30 years. He sells, stamps, advises, guardian of one small link in a very long chain. Far away, the Provodnitsa, master of a rolling world, collects tickets, hands out linen, keeps the samovar warm, firm but fair. She's seen everyone, students, families, business travelers, the wide-eyed tourist, and makes sure you don't miss your stop. Think of a young engineer on the new line, tunnels blasted, concrete poured, proud of a lifeline for his country. It will carry goods, connect remote villages, bring opportunity. And a traveler tracing the route, saving, reading, dreaming, feeling the pull of the unknown. She imagines Siberia's window, station noodles in China, stepping off in Singapore after weeks on rails. She is the potential passenger, the why, for whom this vast network exists. The line is a living thing because of them. It starts with the map. The map is a beautiful lie. It smooths the world into a simple line. It whispers seamless movement, a grand, uninterrupted adventure. Then the dream unravels. Comboios de Portugal, Renfe, SNCF, Deutsche Bahn, RZD, KTZ, China Rail. The heroic single train gives way to bogie changes at the Polish-Belarusian border. Bureaucracy replaces spontaneity with a rigid schedule. Costs climb. The map begins to look like an invoice. For decades, the dream had a dead end. The heart of mainland Southeast Asia was a railway void. Everything changed in 2021. The China-Laos Railway opened. 414 kilometers, 167 bridges and 75 tunnels. It's the linchpin, connecting China at Botan to Vientiane, a short hop to Thailand's network. Modern, air-conditioned, relatively fast, turning days of buses into hours by rail. The track is there. Cross-border passenger logistics are still catching up. Possible, not yet simple. So the route remains uncompleted. The rails lie waiting, a silent challenge across half the globe. The practical hurdles, visas, gauges, tickets, cost, form a high wall. A plane can do it in a day for less. In a world of speed, the long train seems foolish. Slow, expensive, complicated. Perhaps that is the point. The journey is not about reaching Singapore, it is about the journey itself. A plane teleports, turning the world into disconnected dots. A long train honors the space in between. You feel the distance, the slow transformation outside your window. Weeks on board teach patience, comfort in small things. A cup of tea, a wordless smile, a sunrise over an unnamed field. One day, someone will make this trip. A wealthy eccentric, a sponsored adventurer, or a quiet, stubborn dreamer. They'll step off not in triumph, but in quiet fullness. A long thread of memories, 13 countries, 1,000 small encounters. Perhaps they'll learn the longest journey isn't across a map. It's the distance you travel inside yourself. The rails are there. They ask a gentle question. Do we want to move, or do we want to be moved?